You probably heard this story before. It's called The Prodigal Son. It's told by Jesus in Luke chapter 15. It talks about a son who disgraces his father and runs away with his father's money. He basically goes up to his father and says that he would rather he were dead just to get his inheritance. And this story really amazes me because I know if I ever talked to my parents like that, I would probably be locked up in my room for the rest of my life. Actually, probably eternity. So it's this really cool how the Father responds to his Son in this situation, and it really reflects how our Heavenly Father responds to us. So the Son went up to his father and said, "I want my share of your estate now before you die." And his father agreed to divide his wealth between his two sons. A few days later, this younger son packed all his belongings and moved to a distant land, and there he wasted all his money in wild living. About the time his money ran out, a great famine swept over the land, and he began to starve. He persuaded a local farmer to hire him, and the man sent him into his fields to feed the pigs. The young man became so hungry that even the pods he was feeding the pigs looked good to him, but no one gave him anything. When he finally came to his senses, he said to himself, "At home even the hired servants have food enough to spare, and here I am dying of hunger. I will go home to my father and say, 'Father, I have sinned against both heaven and you, and I am no longer worthy of being called your son. Please take me on as a hired servant.' So he returned home to his father, and while he was still a long way off, his father saw him coming. Filled with love and compassion, he ran to his son, embraced him, and kissed him. His son said to him, 'Father, I have sinned against both heaven and you, and I am no longer worthy of being called your son.' But the father said to the servants, 'Quick, grab the finest robe in the house and put it on him. Get a ring for his finger and sandals for his feet, and kill a calf that we have been fattening. We must celebrate with a feast. For this son of mine was dead, and now has returned to life. He was lost, but now he is found.' The party began, but meanwhile the older son was in the fields working. When he returned home, he heard music and dancing in the house, and he asked one of the servants what was going on. 'Your brother is back,' he was told, 'and your father has killed the fattened calf. We are celebrating because of his safe return.' The older brother was angry and wouldn't go in. His father came out and begged him, but he replied, 'All these years I have slaved for you, and never once have I refused to do a single thing you told me to do. In all that time you never gave me even one young goat for a feast with my friends. Yet when this son of yours comes back after squandering your money, you celebrate by killing the fattened calf.' His father said to him, 'Look, dear son, you've always stayed by me, and everything I have is yours. We had to celebrate this happy day, for your brother was dead and has come back to life. He was lost, but now he is found.' So which son are you? Are you the disobedient one that runs away, or are you the one who stays by his father's side, but is jealous of the brother who ran away?" We all disappoint our parents at times. Maybe for some of us we disappoint them every day. But it is our choice if we want to keep running away from our parents or if we want to come back and ask their forgiveness. Either way, unlike our earthly parents who probably would lock us up in our rooms, our Heavenly Father will forgive us and throw a welcome home party for us.